morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at all of the lovely secret rares from Crimson Haze. The set is now out in Japan. That means all the secret rares have been shown off, and as is always the case, some of them we've got nice, lovely clear scans that Pokemon have gone and shown us, yay. Others we've got, well, scans that have been put up by stores, but you know what? We're doing our best, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing what we can. So, let's start off with the illustration rares. There are some very nice illustration rares here. Starting off with Pinsir. Is Pinsir the one that desperately needed an illustration rare? I don't know. But I believe this is a new artist, and it's absolutely adorable. I love the style here. So, I'm a big fan. I'm glad we're getting a Pinsir. We got a Poltergeist here. Now, there is a Sinistcha we'll get to in a minute as well. We do actually get the full evolution line, which is lovely. And this is also incredibly sinister if you go and look up the Pokedex entries for Poltergeist. Just putting that out there. There is a Torkoal, which has a lovely painted style, and it's Torkoal sitting in like an oven, but an oven the shape of a Torkoal shell, which is kind of amazing. And yeah, who doesn't want a Torkoal firing up some... I'm assuming he's cooking pizza, alright? I am assuming he's cooking some pizza, and this makes me very happy indeed. There is the Infernape I showed you the other day. Not one of my favourites, although it is a beautiful, beautiful card. Lovely artwork here, and if you are an Infernape fan, this is pretty cool, and you're going to love it. Now, the Fione is a bit of a favourite of mine. I adore this one. I am a Wailord fan. The more time that goes by, the more I have to admit, I am a fan of Wailord. I adore that big dumb whale. So here we've got a couple of Wailord at least, and a whole bunch of Wailmer and Fione's just kind of chilling there. This is one of the ones for me. This is one of the ones that's a real highlight for me. I want this card very much. Just like the Cramorant. More time goes by, more I'm starting to feel the love for Cramorant. And just look at this. You got all the blur of the people there, and Cramorant looking a little bit confused. And somebody's holding a Stuffle, or got a Stuffle backpack. Probably holding a Stuffle. Love me some Stuffle. Literally just noticed that as I was recording the video. That's adorable. Now, Heliolisk is absolutely stunning here. It's a more realistic style. It's running across the water. And as I told you the other day, right, if I could run across water, you would see me running across water all day, every day. Now, Enamorus is not the most popular Pokemon out there. And I rather suspect this is not going to be one of the most popular ones. Honestly, I'm genuinely stunned this isn't done by Higanosuke or Okacheke, because generally my favourite artists keep being given assignments to draw my least favourite Pokemon. So it's nice to see this by someone else. Now, Hisuian Growlithe is a special card. It does actually connect to the Perrin we're going to have a look at in a moment. It is stunning. And it's done by Ghidorah, who I was able to meet when I went to Creatures, so big fan of Ghidorah. Not because I got to meet them, although they are lovely, but just because the art's stunning. Now, Probopass is kind of awesome. There is a Bidoof facing away from the camera. I know there's some Bidoof fans out there. There's a random Lotad at the front. Why? I have no idea. There just is, alright? But then we've got... This reminds me, as I said the other day, of walking around random cities when I go travelling for Pokemon events and just finding weird statues lying around. Makes me very happy. There is an Applin just kind of sitting up in a tree because I don't know why not. And by an Applin, I mean a billion Applin. Are any of them getting eaten? Obviously, the apples are getting eaten. Are the Applin getting eaten? I don't know. But wherever it is, I want to go there and just kind of sit on the ground and read a book for about a day. And then we got Eevee. Showed you this one the other day. This one is a bit special. Whole bunch of Eevee. Everybody loves Eevee. Go Eevee. So those are your 12 illustration rares. What have we got in terms of Pokemon? Well, as always, they've all got full arts. There's half a dozen of them. All of them get full arts, but half of them get special illustration rares as well. So if we start off with Sinistcha EX, you can see that we got the full art and we got the special illustration rare. It's kind of lovely. And I want to say it's done by the same artist as the regular. I cannot make out the artist's name well enough with the scans I've got as I record this video. I'm hoping I can get some better scans before we go and post it. Looks to be the same artist, and I love when they do this. And they usually do, to be fair, when they have Pokemon from the same evolution line both getting an illustration or special illustration rare, they do tend to make sure it's the same artist doing it, which I think is just a lovely touch, honestly. I'm a big fan. This is awesome. Now we do have Macargo, which is a Terra EX that comes through with just a full art, nothing else coming in there. And Iron Thorns, which comes through with just a full art, nothing else, although that's the one that's got ability lock for rule box, non-future Pokemon. I kind of like this dude. And we got Screamtail coming in. These are essentially the three in the set that just have full arts, don't have special illustration rares. I know, especially for Screamtail, there are going to be a bunch of people that are, I'm going to go there, screaming at the fact that it didn't get one. Essentially, nowadays, with 3 special illustration rares out of 6 EXs, all the EXs have a 50-50 chance. It's not strictly true, of course. Blood Moon Ursaluna was always going to get one, but you see where I'm going with this. So if you're a fan of any of these Pokemon, sorry, frankly. Sorry. But we do have Greninja, who's got both a full art and a special illustration rare. And the more I look at the special illustration rare, the more I adore this card. I think it's beautiful. Big fan of this one. I wasn't sure about it at the beginning of all the colour and the shurikens and all of that. And I've looked at it a lot since then, frankly. And now I'm just like, yeah, you know what? This is awesome. Like this card. And look, Greninja's super popular. And I know it's a stage 2. But still, single energy 170, which is the magic number if you're hitting for weakness, incidentally, to one-hit KO anything. Plus, searching for any one card, I don't know about you, I think this could be pretty good. And then we got Blood Moon Ursaluna, who gets an illustration rare, a special illustration rare, and a full art, and a gold card. Again, this shouldn't really surprise anyone. I suppose the star of the booster pack, the main Pokemon on the booster, always gets the gold card. So nobody should be surprised by this, but it's still pretty cool. The one thing I am surprised about is the random Munchlax on the art of this card. My son, who turned 2 end of last week, loves Munchlax. I got him a big Munchlax teddy for Christmas. And I bought a Munchlax hoodie from the Pokemon Center, and I wear it like all the time. Because if I don't, my son yells at me, Munchlax hoodie, until I put it on. So, I don't know why there's a random Munchlax on the art, but I'm kind of delighted that there is. And then we can move on to the supporter cards. And another thing we've kind of come to expect, we've got 4 full arts, only 2 special illustration rares. Again, we've got a 50-50 shot here. So the ones that just get full arts, we've got Caretaker and Lucian. I told you the other day I have a lot of love for Lucian because of the old Lucian's assignment card. Caretaker, I do get the feeling that full art Caretaker is going to be... Because remember, Japanese boxes, they're kind of 1 hit per box. So 1 full art, special illustration rare, or gold card per box. I do feel like Caretaker's going to be the one people pull and sigh because they've lost the secret rare lottery. Hey ho. Now, Perrin does get a full art and a special illustration rare, both of which I've actually been able to show you before. But look at the Perrin and the Growlithe. They're both done by Ghidorah, and they actually link up. They match up. It's 1 picture that's been cut in half, which it's not the first time we've seen that. But I believe it might be the first time we've seen that with a supporter and a Pokemon. We got close with Arven. We had the Arven special illustration rare, kind of above the table, done by Kantaro. And then we had the Mabastiff, kind of under the table, done by Okacheke. Phenomenal pair of cards, but unfortunately not quite the same. They're not actually connecting. They're not done by the same artist. Here they are, and they are absolutely stunning. At this stage, probably everyone's chase card from the set. And then we've got full art and special illustration rare Lana. And I love the special illustration rare here. I love the random Wooper hanging around in the background because I don't know why. Obviously, Gen 7, I don't know if I've told you this how many times, but I love Gen 7. I have such a soft spot for Gen 7. And of course, with Worlds coming up in Hawaii in August, that's just made me even more Gen 7 happy than usual. This card makes me happy. And then in terms of gold cards, we've got Emergency Board, which, to be fair, if you look at, obviously we haven't had the cards yet in English, but if you look at the Japanese metagame, if we look at the decks coming out of Japan, Emergency Board has seen a lot of play. Like a huge amount of play over in Japan. It is popping up in a large amount of deck lists. This is one that I'm expecting to be a very widely played card. Now there's a gold version of it. And obviously, usual rules apply here. Because there's a gold version of it, all the players are going to be going after the gold version because it's the coolest version of the card. Simple as that, basically. Look out for it. This is going to be a very big card. And then we've got Luminous Energy. And there's been a bunch of videos lately where I've been like, you know what? Luminous Energy, it might be time. It's that lovely special energy that's any type of energy, but it doesn't let you double up. As soon as you've got any other special energy on there, it basically stops working. This is a good card that I think is going to start seeing more and more play as time goes by. So the idea that we're going to be getting a gold version of this as well, pretty cool to me. For me, in terms of my chase cards, I definitely want that Fione. That Fione is absolutely amazing. Obviously, the Perrin Growlithe combination, that's an absolute given. And I've got a real spot for the Lana. And I suppose the Blood Moon Ursaluna, just because it's got a Munchlax on it, honestly. I showed my son the image of the card. He loved it, because it's got Munchlax on. Simple as that. Right, there we go. That's what you need to know. There's all the secret rares, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these you're excited about. Tell me which are your chase cards for the set. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Uncle Pokepeter, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.